My name's Shelby Dotson. I've been coming to Northgate since the first Sunday of the new year. I remember what brought me to Northgate was I finally hit a wall that I couldn't get through on my own, and one of my really good friends ended up committing suicide. My friend's birthday was December 31st, and I went with his mother to go see him at his gravesite. And I remember me and his mom, I was just trying to sober up to meet up with his mom and get through this tough time and console her. And I went to the bar that night and tried to drink my problems away. And I remember sitting in my driveway, passing out, going to sleep, my daughter knocking on that window, and I remember how difficult it was for me. And I think God was the one who really knocked on my window and said, look, you have to see what you're doing. I stepped through the doors in January to hear a sermon that Ken gave in Romans about why do I do the things that I do, and I keep on doing them, but I don't want to do them. And I remember how important that was to me. At the time, I really needed that message, and God had given it to me at the exact time that I needed it. Since I've been coming to Northgate, I've been having a major transformation in my life. I started to flourish, but I only did that through the help of God's Word and His guidance, and through that I became a stronger Christian. When I was at Northgate, I could feel a wholeness. I felt God doing work. I felt what He was doing. And through my sacrifice and my surrender, now my daughter has that hope, and that brings so much joy to me, and that's some of that peace and some of that surrender that God's offered me, to know that God extended His hand out to me to give me love and offer me His umbrella of protection, and now extended to my wife. There's no words I can even begin to describe what a relationship with God is like, but as it comes over you, as you surrender to it, it's just bountiful. It's like a thirst that's quenched. It's like a hunger that no longer exists. It's a freedom that really has just set precedence on my whole life and how I conduct myself and how I'm doing things, and not just to glorify myself, but to be like, hey, this really works. This really is the way. It's the only way. It's the best way. This relationship with God gives you hope. It gives you promise. It gives you the nourishment that you need to be satisfied with outcomes in your life, and literally, from a cheesy boxer standpoint, roll with the punches.